Hey, JMO, how are you doing?
Hello, Sean Dawson. Word on the street is that you have developed some software to share with our aviation community so fly riding can become a new thing.
I have. Hopefully, people will find it of value. But yeah, so I built a little web page that can generate the routes that we use for fly riding, and I'm thrilled to show you how it works.
Okay.
All right, let me share my screen
let's
real
do it.
fast. Awesome. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the fly riding route generator page on nFlight Cam. You guys, nFlight is graciously hosting this, and there's we'll provide a link to that. But the way that this works is fundamentally you need to put in the lat and long of where you want to start the route, and then there are points that the route consists of. Now, these are points that are just kind of relative to each other, and then this page will generate an actual route in lat and long coordinates for you. Now, the default points that are in this box at the very beginning is the nFlight logo that we did in the fly riding video. So if all you wanted to do was to fly your own nFlight logo, then that's really, really simple. You just pick a new lat and long, and the way that's done, you go over here to ForeFlight, and I don't know, let's say this is the San Diego area. This is the area that we actually flew the mission. But let's say, I trained to fly gliders at Midway Regional Airport in Midlothian at Big Q. And so let's go out and do an nFlight logo over there. So I'll go into this kind of area. This looks like a good place to do it. There's not a whole lot of airspace. There's no terrain. We'll right click here and we get the location. The location is 32.227 north and 97.103 west. So we'll go over here to our fly riding route generator. And so that was 32.227 north and then 97.103 west. And you'll notice that the longitude here is negative. West longitudes are negative, east longitudes are positive. This is a common mistake that you might make if you're based here in the Western Hemisphere. If you accidentally made this positive 97, you'd end up in the middle of, Europe somewhere. The points are all set. These are the points already for the nFlight logo. So we just click generate here and we get a set of points in this box. So let's go ahead and copy those. We'll paste those into ForeFlight. And bingo, there's our nFlight logo. Now, look at this. We're going to have to be careful that we stay clear of this class Bravo here. So we're either going to have to be above that or below it, or we might have to move this slightly. To move it, you just pick a new point and then generate a new route. Make sense?
It does. I'm following you 100%. So what happens if somebody wants to draw their own picture?
Well, that is an excellent question. And so let me show you how we do that. So the way that I do that is I use a little web page. At the end of the story, what you need to do if you're going to generate your own picture is you have to get a set of points into this box, and then you can click generate. Now, the way to get a set of points into that box, the way that I do it is I use a website called PictureDots. You can do it however you want. There's probably a gazillion different ways to do it, but I use this website called PictureDots. And this website is used to create connect the dot puzzles based on images. So we'll go in here, we'll click make puzzles. We don't need to create an account or anything. We can just go straight into make puzzles. And you can actually start here. If all you wanted to do was start, making your own drawing, just go ahead and start clicking and you'll create dots. But what I like to do is I like to trace an actual image. And so I'm going to load an image here. Now, the image has to be accessible over the internet. It so happens that I'm using the mFlight logo, which is already accessible via the internet. But if you had your own image, you could save it, put it on Dropbox or Google Drive or any of those. But you need a URL to that image. And it so happens I have a URL to this mFlight logo. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I will paste it into this, so you can see that I've already done that, and I pasted it into there. I click Get Image, and sure enough, I get the little mFlight logo right here. So let's just start clicking away to create our dots, and I'll do this really fast. It's not going to be as detailed as I made it in the original one, but we'll just start clicking some dots here. Now, the first thing that you want to think about is you want these turns and stuff to be possible. Not only that, imagine you had a pencil and you were holding it down on the paper and you wanted to trace this out without lifting the pencil up. That's the way you have to kind of think about how you want to fly that route. And so in this case, I'm going to fly this top end of the end. And then when I get to the top right-hand corner of the end, I'm going to fly around this big circle and then do the rest of the end. And so that will create this nice, very contiguous drawing for me. And
I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
You could technically fly back over the same spot twice, but the problem there is you would end up having kind of a smudged double line. So it's really how can you fly the route without going over the same spot twice, but still make all the turns and have it be safe?
That's exactly right. If you can avoid it, you want to not go over the same spot twice. It just doesn't look that. It's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to fly over the exact route twice.
Right.
And so it looks bad. It looks bad if you do that. And so if you can. The part of the art about doing this is figuring out how to create a route that's going to look good, that is not going to result in me going over the same ground more than once.
What's the general area circumference, right? Because obviously a larger drawing is going to be an easier, will take longer, but the turns will be larger and easier as compared to a tighter, smaller drawing. How are you controlling which drawing is larger or smaller?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So I have by trial and error, I figured out that a good size for a drawing to get done in a reasonable period of time and not cost a whole lot of fuel, and it's still possible to do some interesting things. A good size drawing is something like 10 or 15 miles tall and wide.
Okay,
right?
Cool. So that's already programmed into your little software there. It keeps it at a reasonable size with reasonable distances to make it fun, and et cetera, et cetera.
That's exactly right. It's configured in such a way that it's going to produce, if your dots are about this size, it will produce a drawing that's about 10. I think 13 miles tall is what this one ends up being.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for doing that, because that I was thinking about that, and that's really cool that you kind of put that into the generating tool already.
Yeah. Now, it would be nice to be able to scale that up and down. It might be nice to rotate and all that stuff.
And
that would be pretty fancy software.
Yeah, we'll save that for the future, because right now this is pretty clean, and you're the first person to really do this.
Well, so anybody wants to volunteer to contribute to the project, I'm all ears.
Any super nerdy programmer pilots out there, give Sean a call.
Yeah, that's right. I would love to cede the mantle of being the super nerd pilot. So now that we're done with our dots, the next thing to do is just to click this save and share button. And what that does is it generates a URL that has those dots in there, right? And you can see it up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this part of the URL.
Just the dots. Yeah.
Just the dots. Now, by the way, if I mess this up, I have to start all over again. It's not fun.
Okay, so when you cut and paste this, you got to be real careful that you're just grabbing that formatting. Do you
Yeah.
need on the very end of your cut and paste? Do you need that last little
No.
vertical?
No, you want to end it at the final number.
Okay, and then
And you can, I mean, once you copy it to the clipboard, you'll be able to paste it into your points here, and you can see. I mean,
got it.
You know, you just want it to be, and you go back to the beginning and you make sure that it, you know, it looks about right.
Cool. I see it. Okay, good.
And then, you know, we're going to use that same latitude and longitude over, you know, near Waxahachie, Texas.
And then you just hit generate.
And we hit generate. And that's all it is. We'll go ahead and copy those, go back to ForeFlight, paste in our route, and bingo, there we have it.
Wow.
And so you can see here, you know, so the top point here is at 32.35, and the bottom point here is down at 32.21. That's about 0.14
it looks like
minutes of latitude.
That looks like about 14 miles.
Yeah, each minute of latitude is 60 miles, so it's about 15% of 60 miles. You know, and you can, you know, this is ForeFlight. You can add additional points
you need to.
If you want to. Obviously, you're going to need to get there from somewhere, and so you're going to want to put that point in there, and you're going to want to, you know, you might. In this case, you know, if I were taking off of Midway Regional Airport, I would need to fly around somewhere and get there to the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. I'll put JY in there, and then I'm going to need to kind of fly around here.
Yeah.
And get to the beginning of the drawing. And then at the end, I need to fly back and do the same thing. And so that's all part of the flight planning that you want to do. You also want to be really, really cognizant of the airspace around there, and also terrain. And then also think about the kind of traffic that's coming in here. I happen to know that because I've flown around here a lot, that there's a fair amount of commercial traffic that comes along the south side of this Cross Bravo that tries to fly into Love Field in certain configurations. And so that, you know, it's something that you want to think about. Yeah, you don't want your drawing destroyed by, you know, a commercial airline flying in there,
having to reroute. Yeah, exactly.
And having to reroute. If you're right in the middle of it, if you're right in the middle of the route, and you have to take evasive maneuvers, that's going to ruin your drawing, and that's okay. That's better than the alternative, but you know, that's a failed mission, and you'll have to do it again. That's okay.
Looks great, Sean. Thank you for sharing. I think this easy to follow. I think people are going to have a good time.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. I hope something comes of it.
All right. Well, it's up online. Everyone, have a good time. Keep us posted. Send us an email. Let us know what kind of drawings you've made, and send us some pics from the ADS-B tracking software of your choice.
See you later.
Right on, Sean. Be well.
You too.